Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending from where you're watching us from. I remain SP Unduka Obi, and welcome to Shieldcraft Sentinel Consulting Limited YouTube page and channel. Here on this page, our objective is to ensure that security professionals are enlightened, transformed, and renewed, and they become more effective in and efficient in discharging their various duties to their various organizations and in their various careers, as the case may be. Also, our aim is to use biblical principles to teach major or basic security principles and how to apply these things and get the success that we all desire in our security operations and management. Um, for this channel, Shieldcraft Sentinel Consulting is committed to drop 3 enlightenment videos every week. The days of this upload may vary, but I can assure you that we'll be doing 3 videos every week. For today, we're going to be focusing on 10 major mistakes that security professionals make when seeking for a new job or they want to transit to another role in another organization. So I'll start with the first one. The first mistake is focusing on certification as an achievement as against your job role responsibility, the achievement you got as a result of performing your job roles in your various organizations. What do I mean by that? It may sound ambiguous, but I'll break it down. So for instance, on your CV happens to be your marketing document, your major marketing documents. And most times we do not portray ourselves in the right way on those CVs. I see a lot of security professionals, they have masters, they have BSc, they have PhD, they have MPhil in security and intelligence studies. But when you see their CV, you discover that they place more emphasis on those educational achievements, certifications, and training achievements. They do not focus on those achievements that they achieved in various roles which they have occupied in the past or they are currently occupying. And another issue is that when they are even describing these achievements in the roles that they've performed or they are currently performing, they tend to put it as a function. Remember, every organization pays you salary or employs you to perform certain function. But what makes you exceptional is the achievements that you ended up gathering or garnering in the course of you performing those functions. Take for instance, if a hiring manager or an organization who has pulled out a vacancy and they're taking out and taking CVs in, one of the first things they will check is what you can contribute immediately to the organization. They're not going to be checking your academic qualification, your certifications and the training you've attended. Yes, even though those things are very important because most of the time they are set as requirements for that particular job role, but they most times focus on the job you performed and what the successes you achieved in those jobs. So these are the things you should focus on your CV, number one. Do not make the mistake to focus more on your certification and pay less attention to the roles you have performed or you're performing, the achievements and successes you achieved on that role. Do not make that mistake. So number 2 mistake is that most of the time we apply for job roles where we are already in the wrong, we are not properly aligned to that job function. What do I mean? For instance, you may have had maybe 15 years working in an FMCG and manufacturing organization, and there's a job vacancy for someone who works probably in hotel or in the hospital. They're looking for a chief security officer in one hotel or hospital, You discover that because you have spent 15 years in manufacturing and you do not have experience in the hospital environment or hotel environment, you discover that already you are in a disadvantageous position. So when you see, it is not all jobs you should apply for. That is what the recruiter is simply telling you. That is why they specifically set out requirements, they set out responsibilities which you may have performed in your previous organization that will suit their current expectations from you as a job seeker. So one thing I would advise is that apply for jobs strategically where you have advantages. Because if, for instance, I want to apply for a job, they send out, I've never worked in a hospital before, and I have friends who work in this, who've worked in this hospital, in hospital environment for the past 5 to 7, 10 years. Of course, if we bring our CVs, let's say we've written our CVs, we sold ourselves the right way on our CVs, it will be considered more than me for that particular role. It will be seen as the best fit for that role than me, who have been working in an FMCG role for over 15 years, because they believe that it will easily adapt to that role, it will easily fit into that role, it will understand the environment and how to act. So it needs less guidance. Remember, recruiters do not have that much time to start teaching you on that role. They need somebody who will immediately adapt to the realities on ground and adjust and fit in instantly and make critical contributions that will aid their operation and management system. Number three mistake you shouldn't make when seeking for a job is using generic CV for all roles. So what do I mean by this? Most of us will have just one CV, and that's the one CV we submit in every role that we see. If you see a role in manufacturing, you will submit it there. So far as chief security officer. You see a role in FMCG, in manufacturing FMCG, in logistics, in the airport, you submit the same CV. Yes, even though you may have 1 or 2 years experience in those other organizations, but you must focus on the strengths of that particular job vacancy. What does the job vacancy expect from you? When you look at these things, that is how you're going to tailor your CV to meet out those particular requirements. Remember, most recruiters use what they call the ATS, the applicant tracking system. And this applicant tracking system usually pick words that aligns with the particular role. It picks function, it picks words that match. It uses what they call word matching. It uses function matching. It uses all sorts of ways to match, to make sure that you are the best fit for that role. So you cannot have strength in FMCG and they're talking about a banking role, and you are not saying anything about the banking role on that CV. So for every role, every vacancy you see, you are supposed to tailor your CV to match the expectations, the job requirements, the educational standard or requirements, and all forms of requirements in terms of experience, in terms of law enforcement experience, all sorts of things. You must match it. Look for words that match together, because that ATS picks words, it picks a lot of things that must align together before you can get a score higher than 80% for you to be called for a job interview. Remember, until you are called for a job interview, you can never express how good you are. So that is why your number one document you must always focus on is your resume or your CV, as the case may be. Focus on it a lot. If you don't know how to write a good resume, please seek out professional help. I also offer such services. Seek out professional help, and that will really give you an edge in applying for, in coming tops for those who will be selected for an interview. So number four is ignoring the power of networking. One thing I've discovered about most security professionals is that you want to stand alone. Even the Bible does not allow you to stand alone. There's a Bible passage that says, one will chase 1,000, and two will chase what 10,000. He did not say 2,000. There's a reason for that, because there's strength in unity, there's power in multiplication. So the more people you tell about your situation, that you need a job, and you network with them in the right places, seek out for security organizations, security WhatsApp group, security platforms, security meetings, anything security, where you find security professionals who most likely can help you, or speak to someone that can help you to get a new job. It will really go a long way. So that's why I always advise security professionals to be members of security professional organization or security professional institute, where they can, because this institute from time to time roll out job vacancies and career advancement opportunities, which you can tap into and key into. Sometimes you discover that most persons in a particular security WhatsApp platform may not be interested in a particular role, but you, that role may just be the one you are looking for. So do not make that mistake of not networking with people. Tell people what your problems are. Imagine when you tell one or two persons how that you need a job, they will definitely, in fact, when you keep reminding them, you keep telling them, you keep talking to them, they keep seeing you and seeing the eagerness to get that particular role. Most likely, they may most likely recommend you for a role. There are a lot of roles I see on LinkedIn. I'm not interested in it. I see people who are not even interested in it, but you see them, they are recommending other people. They are tagging people who may be needing such jobs. You see on LinkedIn, you see people tagging people for that role, tagging people on the comment section for a job vacancy that was advertised. So do not play with the power of networking. And one of the best ways to network is on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a professional platform where you meet like-minded professionals that you can always make friends with, and they can also advise you and also tag you along with job vacancies. I tell you, one of the best jobs I've ever got in my life was through LinkedIn, and I just connected with someone, and of course, from there we got talking, and he introduced me to one of the best jobs I've ever had in my life. So do not play with the power of networking when you're looking for a job. Number 5 is you do not quantify your achievements. Now, the ATS, the applicant tracking system, also look out for things called measurable achievements. Imagine you, for instance, what do I mean? For instance, you writing on your CV that in your role, I was the chief security officer managing security operations in the organization. If you state something like that on your CV, you expect that nobody is interested in such statements. But imagine you saying that you led a security team of you led a security team of 500 guards, and you partook in 15 investigations, and you got 95% success rates. You see that these things are measurable. People are able to relate with you. Now, imagine you go for an interview, you are in an interview. If they see your CV, from there, they will be able to draw out questions to question you. They ask you, how did you measure the 95% success rate? You should be able to tell them how you arrived at that 95% success rate. Now, why do they want to invite you for an interview because you put measurable metrics on your CV? It's because they feel that you are somebody who is detailed, somebody who is analytical. It brings you out as somebody who takes details, records, who measures its performance, somebody who uses the SMART principle. You are specific, you measure your performance, you are what's it called? You are articulate. You do things based on time bounds, and you are reliable. You see, so these are the things. You must be somebody that should be able to express yourself even without you appearing for during that scrutiny of your CV. So your CV must be able to sell you, and the best way your CV can sell you is by putting quantifiable measurements on those your CV. If you go to tracking, one of the I learned this particular secret from one ATS and software platform I subscribed to a long time ago. And when they were trying to measure my CV as against a job which I put there, I scored very low. And they gave me insights why I scored low. And one of those insights is because I did not have measurable achievements on my CV. So please quantify your achievements. I engaged in 10 investigation and I had a 95 success rate. 95 success rate means that you have 9 successes out of the 10 investigation or 8.5 success rate out of the 10 investigations that you included. Number 6 is losing consistency and discipline. Now, what do I mean by losing consistency and discipline for as it pertains to a job seeker? One thing I tell people is this: searching for a job is a job on its own. You must be consistent. You must be disciplined enough to show up every morning, go on the internet, follow job sites, search for jobs, search for things that aligns with what you're looking for and apply for them. Don't wait for people to come and to probably always nudge you to apply for a job or seek for a role, or waiting for somebody to post a job before you apply for a job. Do it yourself. Like they say, if you want anything done right, you do it yourself. The Bible says, "See thou a man be diligent in his work, he will stand before kings, not before ordinary men." One of the ways that you can stand before kings is because of diligence, discipline, and consistency. So you must be diligent enough to show up every morning, every evening, to search out for job vacancies on your own. Do not depend on anybody to do that job for you, because everybody has his own burden that bothers him. So do not depend on anybody, any third party or external body to be doing that for you. In as much as you tell people about your predicament or that your intention to change your job role or your job current job that you're performing, you don't pass that burden on them. What you do is to tell them, remind them, also make your own conscious efforts to ensure that you get what you want achieved, and definitely you'll be happy with yourself. So for today, I will stop at number 6, and we'll continue in the next series, where I will give the next 3 and probably introduce a new topic where we can learn new things. I remember SP Unduka Obi. I would like you to like, subscribe, share this video to those who may need this video. It's not only just useful to only security professionals. Everybody seeks for a job. Everybody seeks for a job. So please share this video, and do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel, because you'll be getting new tips, new ways to perform your job better, and how to make yourself an excellent security professional in this, wherever you find yourself. Thank you very much, and God bless you.